Oh, crap, dude.
Wait, what?
It's trash night.
That's so stupid.
How we doing, kid?
It's always a
Trash. How did it come about? Who knows?
Well, it was gonna be trash hang.
That's right.
And then Gil was in the kitchen one night and he said, "What about trash night?"
I didn't really like. Trash hang. It was just like, It was just like, it just didn't feel right, bro. I don't know. My intuition was, and then I started thinking about trash night. You know, you get that text in the roommate group chat. It's trash night.
Shit.
I don't know.
It's also very like end of the week type shit.
Trash night.
I apologize. I'm sniffing and sneezing right now. My allergy is going absolutely bonkers.
What are you allergic to?
Fucking everything, apparently.
Really? Have you ever been tested?
Yeah. I'm not it's like seasonal allergies is what it feels like. I mean, it's like that, just congested, always needing to sneeze type of shit, you know. Last year I didn't get any allergies at all.
Interesting.
This year I have been assaulted by allergies. It's been crazy this year, man.
You think it has anything to do with like the house or anything or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not looking for answers. I'm just looking for relief.
All right, I'll bring us in. Trash night, inaugural first episode, technically. Trash night. Good hang, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Certainly a good hang. We're still sipping out the mugs.
Served us. Don't look. Served us well.
We're talking about nostalgia. The Nostalgia Hall of Fame. What is nostalgia? Why does it hit different? I've said before, if I could roll it up and smoke it, I would. There's something special about it, bro. I think definition-wise, it's a deep emotional feeling of longing or affection for the past, typically for a time or place associated with personal memories, comfort, or happiness. It often arises when you remember childhood experiences or you think about old friends or relationships, or you revisit music, movies, or places that were meaningful to you. And some key aspects of it. It can be bittersweet. It's like a mix of happiness from like good memories and sadness because that time is gone. I think that's the best way to put it, really. And it's usually personal, but it can also be collective. Like people feel nostalgic about the 90s. We're definitely going to be talking about some 90s shit. I think we both grew up in the 90s. Psychologically, it can boost mood, increase feelings of connection, and give life meaning, despite sometimes causing a sense of loss. I think that's interesting. I got a couple quotes here. Mind if I go off?
Rip them.
This cat, Doug Larson, said, "Nostalgia is a file that removes the rough edges from the good old days." Nostalgia is a file that removes the rough edges from the good old days.
That's so true because it totally redacts the bad parts.
Right.
Nobody's nostalgic for shitty times. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get nostalgic, only good stuff comes back.
Right, right. This Michelle K, whoever that is. Nostalgia is a dirty liar that insists things were better than they seemed. I think that builds upon the last quote I just read.
Yeah, for sure.
You kind of remember the sweet things and like kind of forget the bitter things. I think the bitterness of nostalgia comes from like that time is past. And Dr. Seuss said, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." Hard bars right there by D. Seuss.
D. Seuss.
True, man. You never know. You never know. This might be the good old days right now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Certainly. I look back on my childhood and man, it's just like, damn. You want to grow up as a kid. We kind of talked about this when we talked about the childhood stuff episode. We did the Easily Deceived episode, but you want to grow up. You can't wait to have those freedoms, and then once you grow up, you're like, damn, I miss having the freedoms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, when we're younger, we equate being older with having more.
Right.
And life being better because we have more. Because that's kind of how you think as a kid.
Right.
You don't really have a full grasp on what actually gives your life a ton of meaning.
Right.
And it's not until you're an adult that you realize that so much of what gives your life meaning was the practices and the things you did as a kid, and i.e. spending a ton of time with friends and not overthinking stuff, and you know what I mean? It's just finding silliness and always finding a reason to laugh, man. It's like, why do you think we talk about that inner child?
Yeah.
It's not I got to find my inner adult. Like, no one's saying that.
No. Is there any songs that stir up nostalgia for you?
Oh my God. Freaking
make you think of nostalgia?
Riding Solo by Jason Derulo.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why. Did you guys, it was like a thing in the Northeast that a lot of middle schools would go on a class field trip to Washington, D.C.
Oh, we went to D.C.
Yeah.
D.C.
And I remember sitting on the bus to D.C. listening to Riding Solo by Jason Derulo and being like, man, thank God I don't have a girlfriend right now. In reality, I just couldn't get, it wasn't in the cards for me, but I was like, you know what? I'm freaking rolling out tonight. I'm on cloud 9, bro. I'm solo. I'm solo on this DC trip. So good. What about you?
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned the DC bus ride, because obviously we didn't go to the same high school, but I went to DC with my or middle school class. Middle school, right?
8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade
for me.
Yeah. I remember the day we got on the bus to go to DC, the Carter 3 by Lil Wayne dropped that morning.
Wow.
So like every time everyone on the bus was listening to that album. Wayne was so big then. So
at that time, how did you have that album?
It's a great point. I think we all had, was it iPod Touch maybe out at this point?
Did you get it on iTunes before you left for school?
iTunes, yeah. Literally in the first thing in the morning.
That's crazy.
iTunes, But yeah, I mean that brings up I listen to that album and I think about the trip. Speaking of nostalgia, like I was thinking about more songs that like are talking about nostalgia though. So like Night Moves by Bob Seger is one that comes to mind.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one, man.
Summer of '69, Bryan Adams. Yep. Those were the best days of my life. All Summer Long by Kid Rock.
Oh my God.
It was 1989. You know?
Fucking Diet Sweet Home Alabama.
Did he like sample the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like an interpolated. He didn't directly sample the song, but it's like they're playing the parts from Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
Oh, that's such a good question, man. You know what's interesting is songs that aren't about nostalgia, but like still invoke those feelings of nostalgia. For me, "Dancing in the Dark" by Bruce Springsteen is one of those songs. He's kind of longing about the future in that song and wanting to get out and be free of this, life that he's living. But something about the sonics of that song are just so like, damn, the song takes me back. I wasn't alive during.
You know what song, now that you mentioned that, what song takes me back a little bit is "I Go Back" by Kenny Chesney.
Oh, bro, that's a great nostalgia song.
That's a great song, yeah. All the summers.
Fuck, I love that song, dude. A lot of Kenny Chesney songs are about nostalgia.
Yeah. He reminisces pretty hard.
What about Something Like That by Tim McGraw?
Yep, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, shit. A lot of music I realized is like people getting nostalgic.
Well, you can weaponize nostalgia in music, dude. It is such a good way to get people to listen to your songs, man.
Yeah.
Start talking about that shit.
Yep. Let's talk about some experiences that you are super nostalgic, and like the bittersweet part of nostalgia in the sense that you can't really experience this anymore.
Sure.
Okay.
I made a list. Let me pull it up.
A big one for me is walking around a video store, like a Blockbuster.
Oh shit! Yeah.
My dad used to take us in there, and we, you'd pick out a few movies, and it was just like exciting. You like shopped, kind of. It's like not the same going through the TV on Netflix. Like it's just not, bro. Like going to the physical, it's like a library of DVDs.
Right. It
was sick.
And you had to be really choosy about, what movie you were taking home because you were stuck with it until you returned it. You can't just, I don't like this one. Let's go to the next option,
Right.
Did you ever go to an FYE?
Oh my God, yeah.
We had one at our mall growing up, man. And I wish we still had that store. It was just like all things entertainment.
It was like arcadey, right?
It was, no, it was like you would buy CDs and movies there, and they had a bunch of video game stuff. It was just like,
Yeah, we had one in
It
on
was
a
so
mall.
dope.
Dude, it's funny, like the mall thing. I had a couple points. That was my next point is pulling up to like Best Buy or GameStop or FYE
Yeah.
and buying physical CDs in games.
Yeah.
That's just like a thing of the past. Oh man, I miss going to grab a CD for an artist that I like, or I miss going and getting. I don't get physical games anymore.
Right.
Like that's something you just download on your Xbox. Or like one time I went to a midnight release with my buddy for a Gears of War game.
Oh yeah.
That is like a cool experience.
Yeah,
And like
I mean,
people
it
just
makes
don't do that anymore.
it makes you
sucks.
feel so much more connected to the game, man. Like, and we've talked about this on the podcast before, but you know how the streaming experience and the subscription experience that we live now, right? You don't even have to leave the house to get a new Xbox game. It has kind of diluted the potency of the gaming experience.
I agree.
And the same goes for music, man. When you used to sit there with a vinyl record and read the liner notes, or at least when we were young, you know, we had a CD and you'd open it up and you'd be reading the lyrics and you'd see who produced it, where they did the record. Like that stuff was really interesting.
Wow,
Still
yeah,
is really interesting
yeah.
to me. And think about the personal connection you develop with a medium through stuff like that. So when you take that stuff away, and now at the beginning of a video game, you can just skip right through who the developers are. No one cares.
Right.
And like those people deserve recognition, and they deserve, you know, they work so hard to make these games and albums and whatever. And, you know, we've totally forgotten about the artist,
Right.
but we only focus on the piece of art. You know what I mean? It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. So
it's funny, like how, you know, we don't celebrate really the game developers like as people, but like the musical artists we do.
Right.
More so. I don't know.
I mean, definitely. I just think it's, you know, there's
It's a little more intimate.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit more individuality to be had with it, with the creation of music, whereas a video game, you have, you know, so many, with at least a lot of video games, you have so many people involved that it's hard to make it individualized. But, you know, I would imagine if you're going to work for a video game company, you want to work for one that you love the fingerprint of.
Right.
Like whether that's, you know, Treyarch or Infinity Ward or Bungie or whatever, you know what I mean? Like these companies have their fingerprint and their games all feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Did you ever walk around the mall like when you were younger?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's a nostalgic thing for me.
With nothing to do either.
Right.
You just like that's where you met up with your friends. Man.
Dude, I walked like the mall that I in my hometown, like one of the main malls, is like a ghost town now.
Oh,
I walked through there kind of recently. I don't know what I was doing, but there's like no stores really. It's like the movie theater and like a Best Buy and like there's just nothing going on the inside. It's kind of sad. It was like
really sad, man.
It was like speaking of nostalgia, like I was like, you know, it was tripping all these memories of things that used to be very lively. It felt like it was like a zombie apocalypse almost walking through.
Yeah.
There.
It's very liminal.
Yeah.
Right? It's that in-between space. It's not really totally destroyed, but it's not being used anymore. Right. It's really weird. It's like you look at these spaces and you kind of imagine all the souls that used to move through here. And it's so vivid for you because you lived it. Right. But if someone who had never lived it went, they'd just be like, that's just another empty space.
Right. And I mean, online shopping, like you imagine like a lot of malls are just going to become like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, malls are shutting down left and right, dude.
It's crazy, bro.
I just think there's something to be said about the in-person experience of consumerism, I'll say, you know, which has its quirks and downfalls, obviously, but you know, if we're going to exist in a consumer culture, it's like, for example, I went to go get a new pair of running shoes the other day.
That was an experience. Let's talk about it.
Right, and I could have just ordered a pair online that I thought liked the look of, or, you know, I know that Hoka's are really good on my feet, so I could have just ordered a pair, but my buddy took me to the store and we worked with a salesman and they did tests on my feet and it was this whole thing, man. I'm like, and now this is going to sound silly, but I feel more connected to these shoes. Like there's an intention and a purpose behind these shoes that I got from buying them in person. Whereas, you know, if they just showed up in my doorstep, I might not feel that way.
Probably not.
Yeah, and also like I would like to give a shout out to Maple Street Guitars here in Atlanta, dude. Like I worked there for a bit, and that was our whole ethos, was bringing people in and working with them person to person on how to find the right guitar for them, and maybe answering their questions and guiding them, and maybe sending them somewhere else if we didn't have what we thought they needed.
Right.
And that experience is such a lost art, I think.
Right. Maybe that's got to be the future if people are going to like, especially fashion. Like I can't really figure it out online. Like, I'd like to be able to go to a store and have somebody, try stuff on.
Yeah.
Maybe have somebody be like, hey, this would look good with this. I don't know. Just a little like, almost like it's like and I would tip, I don't know how it would
that
work.
Would be cool if every fashion store had like an in-store stylist.
Something like that. Yeah. Help me out, Chief.
That would be cool. Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, some businesses they can't go online, but
yeah.
A lot of nostalgia for malls. I mean, walking around Zoomies, Hot Topic, freaking what else? Auntie-Anne's, bro. Spencer's, FYE, fucking Best Buy. Like,
yeah,
it's just so iconic.
I got some stuff. Like pop culture stuff here. Speaking of malls, like remember Toys R Us, bro?
Of course, man.
That place was sick, dude.
Yeah.
They just don't like exist anymore.
I know.
And I was thinking of some toys that brought me nostalgia, like OG toys. Remember like Beyblades?
Oh my god. Was that where you pulled the thing?
I think so.
Oh yeah, man.
Hot Wheels, bro.
Of course.
Tech Deck.
I got a Hot Wheel somewhere here.
Remember Tech Deck?
Tech Deck, of course, bro.
This is a big one for me. Bionicles.
Oh, dude. Yes.
Dude, I used to love Bionicles, bro.
Do you remember Mighty Beans?
It's ringing a bell, but it's not.
They were these little tiny weighted bean looking things, and that you collect them, and they just
I think I remember them.
It's so funny how they like made the commercials on TV for these toys look so hyped. They're like, Mighty Beans, and they're like jumping all around. And I get them in person, I just kind of like,
yeah, it's like
yeah.
The Game Boy Color, bro.
I remember
the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Cracking open, I don't know if you were into Pokemon, but I was.
I was not into Pokemon.
Okay, I just cracking open a pack of Pokemon cards in '99. I have a vivid memory. Like my mom brought me into a store downtown, and if I only had known how big they would have gotten, I would have, bought everything and stored it away in a locker. But obviously, I didn't. So just cracking those open, bro. I think I had a Charizard at one point, holograph. That thing's worth like $200K.
What?
Those things are like a first edition Charizard holographic is like a few years ago was selling for like $250,000, $300,000.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's in like mint condition, but yeah,
dude,
crazy, bro.
I have a binder of super old Yu-Gi-Oh cards back.
So you were a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Yeah. Well, I like collected the cards. I never played the game.
Right.
So I wouldn't say I was a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, but I don't want to be a poser.
No, I mean, I wasn't. I didn't play Pokemon either, the card game. I just collected the cards. Yeah. So
yeah,
call it what you will.
I had to get that binder appraised, man. See what some of those cards are worth.
You still got it?
Yeah, it's in my parents' house.
Oh shit. Like collecting baseball cards. That's big nostalgia for me. Shows, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network. That's what I consider the big three of my childhood.
Yeah. 100%.
Coming home from school, whacking a can of Pringles and just watching Rugrats, bro.
Yeah.
You watch Rugrats?
Yep.
Rugrats was big when I was young. I remember the Rugrats in Paris VHS. It was
orange.
My
gosh. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. It was orange.
It was orange.
Well, it's like bringing it back.
Yeah.
What about Rocket Power? Did you ever watch Rocket Power?
Yeah, I forgot about Rocket Power. That was a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold.
Oh, classic football head, dude.
Yeah. SpongeBob, obviously. Remember Cat Dog?
Oh my gosh. Yes, dude. Yeah.
Cat Dog. Drake and Josh, obviously, is like goated.
That's an all-time.
I'll still throw in some Drake and Josh.
Dude, I was watching Drake and Josh recently, and it hit me. You know those moments where you go, I was today years old when I...
Yeah.
Dude, it just hit me that it's a sitcom.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't dawn on me as a kid that this was a sitcom. In the same way that Seinfeld is.
What do you mean like sitcom though? Like,
it's like, there's a studio audience and it's kind of slapstick comedy and it's filmed on a set and it's like...
Right.
I just didn't think of it that way as a kid. I was
No.
like, oh, they're really insane.
Was there an
weird.
actual audience? Like they didn't dub that shit?
I don't know. I
Oh.
mean, but it was that kind of show.
Right. I wasn't even familiar with sitcoms.
Yeah, it's just our generation's Seinfeld.
It's dope.
It's so
It's
cool,
really
man.
dope. Disney Channel. I don't know if you watched any Disney Channel. but-
Disney Channel was definitely my least attended of the three.
Okay.
I would say.
I remember watching like Lizzie McGuire. I had two sisters, so I watched some of the stuff. Even Stevens,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
Disney Channel had some really good original movies.
They did, bro.
Xenon the
Yes.
sequel.
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
those are crazy.
I think the High School Musicals are pretty solid.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
they're incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock
Yep.
was.
We watched that. I saw that with you guys. That's So Raven.
Oh, classic, dude.
It's the future I can see. Yeah, that was good. Cartoon Network, bro. Dexter's Lab.
Cartoon Network was definitely my favorite.
Okay.
I think it was so weird, man. Dexter's
It was
Laboratory.
weird. Some of them were too weird for me.
Fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. Is
That-
that a good show?
It was amazing, but as anybody who's seen it knows how bizarre that show is. But as I got older, I read somewhere that show is basically the personification of someone's schizophrenia. Like the
Interesting.
writer's schizophrenia. I don't know if the writer actually has it, but it was just a theory that someone had. I was like, oh man, this
Wow.
makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Watching
I
it
don't
back.
remember the plot of any episodes really.
Were you still watching Cartoon Network when Chowder was on it? No.
Doesn't ring a bell.
That was after your time.
Must have been.
That was I caught Chowder.
Okay.
Chowder was
Ed,
favorite
and Eddie
ones.
was big for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was good. But yeah, those were the big ones. I think those. Whenever I see any art or anything relative to those shows, I'm like, damn. Let's talk about some tech.
Ooh.
I don't know if you might be. You're a few years younger than me, but like, did you ever experience like dial-up internet?
Yeah, when I was really young, we had
Yeah.
dial up. It was. I
Um,
mean, it wasn't even. It was nothing. You know what I mean?
Like
It
if
was-
you got a phone call. Like
Oh,
the internet
yeah.
was like cooked. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly.
God, how far we've come in 20 years, man.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
DisneyChannel.com and AddictingGames.com.
Oh
had
my
some fire
god.
games.
Addictinggames.com was my entire elementary school experience. Bro. Fuck,
Um,
it's so good, bro.
AIM, bro. That brings a lot of nostalgia for me. AOL.
I was,
It's like the OG texting.
I know I was too young for that. I missed
Wow, you
I-
missed AIM?
I missed AIM and AOL. I didn't miss them, but my parents wouldn't let
want
me
you on
have
there
it.
Rotting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was like you could see people that were online. You could just like chat with people from your class or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. What about Tamagotchi?
What is that?
You never had a Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi. It looked like a little egg with a screen, bro, and it had a little character on it
Okay.
that you basically just had to try to keep alive. And they lasted for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, dude. And you'd take care of this little thing by feeding it and putting it to bed and whatnot. And dude, if your Tamagotchi died, like if you forgot to feed it one day, it would die.
And could you get another one?
You had to start. I can't remember if the unit would be cooked or if you had to start over. But bro, I remember exactly where I was my first Tamagotchi died. I was in my babysitter, and it died, and I was distraught, bro.
Dude.
Oh god, it was like I lost a friend.
Was it like a stick figure or was it like it actually had a face?
You just have to look up a picture.
Okay.
We'll throw it up on the screen, but it literally looked like an egg, bro.
Okay.
And just a little screen. It had 3 buttons. That's it.
Okay.
It was amazing, dude.
CD players, like the ones that you could walk with, kind of.
I have one. It's right up there. You see it? The black one?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, those DVD players. Like I might. It's funny that you brought up about the connection to the physical, like getting like a CD or whatever. Chris Nolan, I guess, was like, you should buy physical copies of DVDs. You should buy physical stuff because he's like, I guess you don't own like these streaming services. They could just whack everything at any time. You don't like own any of it technically.
Right.
So like if you really like a movie or something, you should just buy the movie. I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? It would be cool to have a sick collection of like stuff like that. I know you got records and
Right.
You know.
Your collection says a lot about you, dude.
right.
Right. And yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Oh god, DVD players. We would go camping and we had a pop-up and we had a little tiny DVD player you could plug in.
Oh, dude, I
man.
remember those.
Yeah. It was
Those were sick.
fuck, those were crazy.
I miss iPods, dude. I mean, I talked about this a minute ago, but just like the iPod, just holding an iPod, that wheel, that triggers.
The
Yeah,
the
like that.
little
Even the
noise.
sound was dope.
Yeah, I feel like, dude, when you picked up an iPod, it's different now because you have other distractions on your phone. But when you picked up an iPod and all it had was music, it felt like you were diving into a world, man.
Literally.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'll
That's
never forget
nostalgia, bro.
sitting on the swings, elementary school, listening to Bon Jovi.
Do
It was so good.
you remember your first? You had an iPod? I imagine at some point.
Yeah.
What was your first song? Did you have a first song that you put on your iPod?
First song?
I remember mine because I had a shuffle. I got like the OG shuffle. It was like a little white stick, and
Yeah.
I put one song on it, and then I went to school, and it was I just had one song on it. I guess. Well, I mean, songs are expensive. Like you had to buy songs.
Yeah.
I put "Lollipop" by Lil Wayne on it, and I bumped it like 20 times.
That's amazing. I think mine might have been like Wanted Dead or Alive or
Okay.
Living on a Prayer,
Yeah,
like some
something
Bon
like
Jovi
that.
tune.
Yeah,
When I was young, I had a phase where I was super into Bon Jovi for some reason.
got some bangers.
Yeah.
Burning CDs, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
That was-
LimeWire.
Yeah, that was big. LimeWire.
I would bring my
God.
dad a list of songs that I wanted from. I would watch like VH1 and CMT and stuff like that, and I would compile a list of songs, and he would find them on LimeWire and burn them to a disc, and I would put them in my CD player and bring them to school, and like listen to my CDs during recess, dude. And I remember in the middle of the song, it would be like, 50% off at Valvoline. There'd just be like an ad in the middle of the song. It was like, but it was. Oh,
I can't believe our computers made it through LimeWire. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And I don't know about you, but we didn't have a Mac growing up.
I had a PC.
Yeah,
It had like a really chunky.
Yeah, the
PC.
old yeah, dude.
Yeah, old fucker.
And so, very much viruses and
Yeah,
all that crap,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
that's crazy.
right. Fucking
Crazy.
LimeWire, man.
Let's talk about school real quick because there's a lot of school things
Mm-hmm.
that trigger the nostalgia wagon for me. Something about riding the bus, dude. I just kind of miss riding the bus. I don't know.
You can still ride the MARTA, bro.
Nah, it's not the same, bro.
I know it's not the school bus.
Yeah, getting on the school bus, it would be cold outside, and I was the first stop. I'd get picked
Oh,
up.
really?
I'd go right to the back, right under the heater. Some of the best naps I've ever taken. Quick 10-minute naps.
Serious?
Yeah, it was lit.
Damn.
Field trips, bro. I was telling you this the other day. I'd give my left nut for just to go on a field trip right now. Just not actually, but I just miss field trips, man. I don't know with the boys, the crew, like
What you take advantage being young is just always being around your friends.
yeah, big
Like
time.
every single day, you can depend on seeing your friends
Right.
at the same place at the same time.
That's one of the hardest parts of growing up, I think.
100%. Just the effort you have to make to
Yeah.
maintain relationships.
to hang out. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. That's field trips is such a good one, dude. We'd go to the Rochester Strong Museum of Play, and it'd be like there was a mini Wegmans in there, and you could like fake shop.
no way.
It was really just indoctrination, bro. I'm a Wegmans stan.
But I took for granted going on these field trips. I'd love to do those same field trips today. I'd love to learn about these old houses and like how they like stayed alive in these old like
You'd appreciate it a lot more today.
wicked more. Now before I was just fucking I don't know what I was caring about, but yeah, I just didn't give a shit. But super cool.
Yeah, man,
It's wasted on the young, man. I'm telling you.
for sure.
Field trips. Shopping for school supplies.
Oh my gosh, bro.
That was like fun for me.
Yeah, God, that was a time,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to Rents for
Oh
dropping
my
a
God.
bag. That was not cheap.
Dude. For real, man. I mean,
The TI-84s, dude.
oh my God,
I need that.
dude, what the fuck? Yeah, it's so crazy that those costs are on the parents. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking wild. But, yeah, man, I remember like being really excited about like I would always just have like a main binder.
Yep.
That had
your
all my
main
shit in
binder,
it.
Yeah.
I'd always get really excited, be like, this year I'm gonna do a new color. This year it's gonna be green,
I'm gonna
bro.
pimp out my binder. I was really into the pens pencil game.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I was like, I gotta get some sick pens and pencils, and
I liked the gray pens, those gray Bic pens.
I don't like the no. I like the clicks. I don't know.
You're a clicker.
Yeah, I like they're just nicer and stuff. But
Yeah.
I remember they had like the black Ticonderogas. I think number 2s.
Oh, dude, that was swanky
yeah,
shit.
those were fire.
Damn.
Scholastic book fairs. Did you guys have those?
Yes,
Dude, those were sick. Oh,
Was that the one where you had to take the page and like basically order what you wanted from the magazine?
maybe? I
You'd
remember
like
the
go in and
magazine.
see the books and then you could order them.
Yeah, something like
Is
that.
that what it was?
Yeah, maybe. Because
That's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh, that brings me
I just
back.
I just remember the setup. Might have been in the gym or something.
Ours was in
Whatever.
our library.
Or library. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just books. That just triggers me, man. Oh, this is a big one, bro. Remember, I don't know. I assume everyone does this. Valentine's Day.
Oh, of course.
You had
Writing
the little
cards?
Yeah,
You had like a little thing on your desk that people could drop them in.
Yeah. How sick was that? I wonder if they still do that. I wouldn't be surprised if today they don't do that anymore. It was like,
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. It could be like, it could like, ice. Some kid could just not get any Valentine's and have his feelings hurt. Cuts to a fucking scene of him hitting the gym. It's like the Rocky montage, but he's 10.
Yeah. Or revving a chainsaw. I don't know.
Oh, hopefully not.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was cool.
Yeah, dude. Valentine's.
Was there
Day.
candy involved, or was it just the little cards?
When I was younger, I think people had the option to bring in candy, but I remember getting older and like allergies in schools becoming a much bigger concern.
Right.
Which is fucking valid. I mean, if a kid has like a peanut allergy and like is deathly allergic, and kids are just throwing PB&Js around, and this kid's in anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
We gotta be aware of that.
The computer lab.
Wait, wheel that cart in.
Oh, the cart. I had the cart too. The TV getting pushed in on the cart, knowing you're about to catch a Bill Nye masterclass.
Oh, you're talking about like going to a place for the computer
like there was a
lab.
computer lab room in my elementary school.
Oh.
And we learned how to type. We played Oregon Trail.
Oh, damn, dude.
I think Math Blasters was one. I remember there's a little character that would jump around. I don't know if it was a math game or I don't know, but I remember the computer lab was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you finish your work early, you could like go play games or something.
Yeah, just go play games.
I don't know if we had a designated room for it, but we had a cart that the whole school shared, and it would go class by class, and it would have like these archaic laptops. And
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong. It's like the memories are fuzzy. So
Right.
who knows, man?
Yeah, and just like lunch at school. Even in high school and even in college. That
The
brings
dining
nostalgia. Like the dining hall, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
like going in that experience of like being like, what's cooking today?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
conversation pit for you and your friends, man. It's like
Yeah.
especially in college, it was like the one time a day that you all got together usually, and like someone hits the group chat, din.
Yeah. We're mobbing.
Let's roll.
Mob Ernie. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Talking about growing up real quick, like with the boys or whatever, your friends. There's a lot of things that bring me nostalgia. This is personal stuff, obviously, but I wanted to share because it's cool. And like my friends watching will be like, "Oh fuck yeah!" But I don't know about you, but like, how'd you spend your time? Like, I rode my bike around everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I lived in a suburban town. Our parents were just like, yeah. So like the bike rides, like when I go down these streets, when I drive down these streets today, if I ever take a ride when I'm around town, it's just like it's a visceral thing. It's like that's nostalgia. It's just like it's so cool, and I just have these little memories. It's like, damn, have you ever? We've all lost somebody important in our lives. I don't know if you've experienced this, but when you lose someone that you loved, you cared about, you start to remember things that you didn't even know you had in the memory banks. Memories together, whatever, little things. I don't know if you've experienced that, but
maybe.
Like it's almost like your brain like claws and brings stuff back for you to comfort you. It's part of grief, maybe. I don't know, but it's really interesting, and like that, it's almost like that when I drive down the street. But anyway, Costco chicken bakes. Shout out my boy Nick.
Yo, did you have those when you were young?
I used to go in high school all the time, all the
Seriously?
time in high school. Yeah, we used to go to Costco and we didn't shop. We just got a chicken bake.
That's
One time my
crazy.
boy ate 3 of them, dude. It was legendary.
Oh my gosh,
3
dude.
chicken bakes. Saturatedfat.com. Yeah. Late night Wendy's runs, Frosties, roast beef runs. I got to bring you up there for a beef, bro.
I'll show you roast beef runs. Check the toilet later.
We used to ball at the YMCA. And that's like
Oh,
super
yeah.
super nostalgic for me.
We had a rec center, and we would do Burger King before soccer practice, which was a horrible decision.
Ugh.
But you're young and you're fucking iron stomach. It doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. Wiffle ball was big. Tubing on the lake. Tubing now, bro, I'm like scared to tube.
You'll snap your
Snap
neck.
a shoulder,
Yeah.
break my Dude, I was kneeboarding about a month ago. I was up at the lake. My mom's like, I want to try this kneeboard out. I got this kneeboard. I was crushing it, but then I caught a little air coming back into the wake, and the kneeboard like went down at an angle, and it just flipped me, bro. And like I was borderline concussed.
Oh my god.
I was like, shit, man, I'm getting old.
Yeah, I didn't. The only lake I grew up near was Lake Ontario, and we weren't kneeboarding in that.
Right. Sleepovers? Did you and your friends?
Of course, man.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is like most of my memories of sleepovers are like me being sick and really wanting to go home.
Interesting. Okay.
But not. I mean, I obviously have a lot of other memories of good times at sleepovers, but I just have this vivid memory of having a really bad cold at a sleepover I was at. And I kept sniffing and swallowing. And so eventually it got to the point where I was getting sick. And I went and like threw up in the toilet. And I was like, I got to get out of here, man. And that's such a vivid memory in my head.
Jeez. I remember when the sleepover era ended. It felt like it was just. It just like, I don't know. That was when I was like, all right, things are going to start changing now.
We got to bring back sleepovers, bro.
Yeah.
Platonic sleepovers.
Yeah.
Because,
gaming sessions too.
Yeah.
Those gaming sessions went crazy. Mario Kart, Halo 3, bro. Every time I even see a Halo 3 screenshot.
Dude. Oh, damn. Call of Duty 4. Oh, fuck, dude. Hang on. I'm having a moment.
Yeah. Gears of War private matches too were some of the most fun I've had playing video games in my life.
Yeah, bro.
Just getting like 6 of the guys together and like running a 3v3 map cycle. Oh.
Yeah, back when you could actually get fucking 5 of your friends online at once.
Right.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Remember like April vacation, February vacation though?
Yeah.
What were people doing? Or just chilling?
We would just play video games, bro.
Yeah.
Online.
It's like freezing outside. Just we
yeah.
had the week off. Sick.
God, I wish those vacations. I wish they stayed through your whole life. Like you're not allowed to work.
Right.
Everyone's like, man, I mean, you could do that.
I mean, you could.
You
Yeah,
could. Just PTO.
Everyone's doing it at the same time.
That's right.
And like some holiday stuff, man. Remember like the Santa hype? I will never feel that much again. I don't know if I will.
Just being young and being so excited.
So excited, dude.
I mean, for the record, Santa's real.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you're so
different,
excited.
bro. I used to get. Do you have any vacations that fire up nostalgia for you? Like, did you do any tradition kind of things?
I mean, we didn't really ever go on any like far crazy vacations. We would just kind of go camping around New York.
Okay.
But one time for 2 years in a row, we went to Dewey Beach, Delaware.
Okay.
And you know Rehoboth Beach? Have you heard of that?
No,
It's like
I've heard of that though.
Oh,
I've heard
okay.
of Dewey Beach. What goes on there? Is there like
It's just a little
arcades and
beach
crap?
town,
Yeah.
and I remember the street we were on. I remember the street over there was a little surf shop, and I remember that there was this bar called the Bottle and Cork. I don't know if it's still there. I would be so curious to see if it's still there. And I remember who was playing there that weekend. It was JJ Gray and Mofro, who I still listen
Holy
to.
crap.
And there was an Italian place right across the street where I would just get linguine with butter. It was like just so many specifics of that. And like, oh, dude, man, here's a song that brings back some nostalgia for me is All These Things I've Done by the Killers.
Okay.
You know, that song's like, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier.
Maybe.
You'd recognize if you heard it. But I remember when we were in Dewey Beach, one of the years we were there, the Olympics was going on, the Summer Olympics. And I remember like a promotional video, they used that song. And I was like, what song is that?
Yeah.
And
I imagine when you hear that song, sometimes it takes you back.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
I think of Dewey Beach every time I hear that song. And yeah, man.
I remember, damn, that brings up a memory of the Summer Olympics. Speaking of the Summer Olympics, I remember I was on vacation somewhere and I was crushing Phelps, like watching swimming and stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like I don't even know what I was doing, but I have a. It's weird what you remember, man. But speaking of the beach thing, me and my family would go to York Beach every year, and it was this cool little town. We'd stay at the same place, and just like the smell of chlorine triggers that memory for me.
Oh yeah.
And there was this cool little downtown, and then like um, there was this taffy like candy confection shop, and whenever
cool.
I smell like taffy, that smell, I'm like transported there.
Oh shit.
And they had this little amusement park, which for some reason, this is crazy, but like when I'm in it's a brisk night sometimes outside, go back to this memory of being on this. You know the thing you stand up on and it spins and you're like it like pulls you against the wall. I like go. I'm there. I'm against the wall, and it's like a very pleasant memory. And I have this another eerie memory of being on this little ride. It's just bizarre, man. It's just like the temperature and the smell in the air brings me back there, and it's like it is bittersweet because it's like, man, that was like 20 years ago, but it feels like it was yesterday or right now.
Yeah, you've clung on to those
bizarre,
senses,
dude.
man. And we've talked to. I've told this story on the podcast before, but just in case people are only listening to this episode, I think I should tell it again. I was an Uber driver for a while in Ithaca during my college years. Is like how I made money. And one time I picked up this woman and we were talking, and she said she was from California. And she's like, I live over here now. And me never having really lived anywhere but New York State, I was like, you know, what's the biggest difference? Like, do you like it here? Do you like it there? She's like, well, I don't really like one better than the other, but I will say over here where the seasonal changes are very bold, it's easier to tie memories to seasons in your life and remember them rather than in California. She was saying it was really difficult to remember when a lot of stuff happened because the seasons kind of blur together a little bit.
Right. We're such sensory creatures.
Right.
I think that's part of it.
And it got me thinking, man. It got me thinking about what is the most nostalgic thing for me. Like, what is the number one most nostalgic thing? And I thought about it for a really long time, and my answer is high school in the fall playing soccer at school, and the temperature and the smell and on the turf under the lights, and like, you know, like for some reason the fall time, like October, stirs up so much emotion in me, dude. 'Cause I remember like being in high school and like having crushes on people, dude, and like
crushes keep you alive,
dude. That's a quote right there.
Crushes,
you gotta have a crush, man.
Yeah, you gotta have a crush. I remember I was watching this Billie Eilish interview or something. She's like, if you don't have a crush, what's the point?
I mean, well said, Billie.
It's funny, man.
But you know, it's just like I remember everything from fucking, you know, both the guys and girls soccer teams would go and fucking we'd do like haunted hay rides together, and you know, just having a crush on a girl on the team. Dude, it's just like
it's fire, dude.
I remember like, you know, the windbreaker that I was wearing because it was fucking cold in New York all the time.
Yeah.
And,
I love the fall, man.
The fall's the best season. It sounds basic, but it's literally the best season. All of it. Find me someone whose best memories aren't in the fall. Dude. Probably few and far between, bro.
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong. That's a total fucking shot in the dark. But
I mean, yeah, Halloween, trick or treating. That's another thing. That's nostalgia.
Man. Think about what would it have been like if you grew up trick or treating in fucking 85-degree weather?
It just doesn't make sense because Halloween is attached to the fall. It's the deathly.
There's a chill to it.
There's a chill to it.
Yeah. So when you go out and it's 55 degrees. And it's slightly raining, like that's fucking trick or treating. That's
Halloween, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh God, this conversation's got me so like. Sometimes when I need to just kind of comfort myself, I'll think about like fall when I was younger.
Yeah, like that's like Christmas though too. It's like Christmas in Hawaii and it's 195 out.
That's crazy.
Makes no sense.
Even here in Atlanta, bro, and it's like December 29th, and I'm outside in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude?
It's been attached to snowfall. It's been attached for me. It's always been attached with hot cocoa by the fire and warm cookies and
right.
stuff like that,
And
man.
asbestos. And well, think about, people who have never experienced a white Christmas, man. It's like Christmas is synonymous with snow.
Right.
Like and I just hope that fucking everyone in the world gets to experience
Everyone
a white
deserves
Christmas.
to experience a white Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen one in a couple years.
It's
I
been a
don't know, it's
minute.
just the snow hasn't been coming down, but hopefully we get some.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nostalgia, man.
Nostalgia, brother. I'd say we took the trash out tonight.
Remember the Happy Meals at McDonald's? Those were sick.
Yeah, could get into toys.
Remember when
man.
McDonald's were lit? Remember like there was playgrounds and shit in there?
I think there's still some that still have
I
it.
don't know about that. Anyway.
Yeah. Bang! I like that we got to keep the bang.
Yeah, agreed.
Can't send the bang away.